Hey guys, me Dave. It's 5/6/2020. So I thought I'd do a little video tonight. Something. I want to talk about something that that is it relates to all of us. Are we stuck in the matrix? Are we stuck in the matrix? I think 90% of us maybe are stuck in the matrix. Um, we go to work and we come home and we make supper and we go to bed and wake up and we eat breakfast and we go to work, and it's a constant routine like that. So are those people stuck in the matrix? Where they're going along with what society says to do. Society says you have to have a good job. Society says that you have to get married. Society says that you have to get married and have children. You know, and we go through these routine. Everything is routine. We go to work, we come home, we make supper, watch football on TV, and we go to bed. A lot of people are into their sports. They go to work and they want to watch the Vikings play. The Vikings suck pretty much. If the Vikings would ever get into the playoffs or whatever, I would be interested in that. I admit that. But the Vikings suck pretty much. But anyway, are we stuck in this matrix of controlled? Is everyone controlled? Where they go to work and they do what they're told, and they do their job and they're good at their job. And then they come home and they make supper, and then they put the kids to sleep, they put themselves to sleep, they take a shower, they brush their teeth, all this stuff. You can ask yourself, this is what I'm saying. Do you think these people are stuck in the matrix? I really don't know that. Are they in their own little life? Where everything is excellent. Where they're happy and they're happy with what they have. And maybe they don't look outside the box. Maybe they don't look outside the box to see what's going on, especially with targeted individuals. You got these billboards up. People are driving by these billboards. Do they care? Do they even care about, do they think outside the box? Do they even care about what's going on? People are being tortured with electronic weapons, invisible weapons. There's no marks. Well, I have marks, but mostly, 99% of the people have no marks. They don't have physical injuries, and they're my problem with this community is, if you're well spoken, you're wearing a $500 suit, and you're well spoken, you're well educated, and all this stuff, people are gonna look at you. The general public is going to look at you and they're going to say, what's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. You're wearing a suit, you're wearing a tie, you're well spoken, you're well educated. I can't tell anything that is wrong with you. That's my problem. I think, as far as this community goes, I think we need to put the people on the front line that have lost everything, that are homeless, living in tents. that they're in a takedown program where they're homeless and they're living in tents, and they have a master's degree, you know, and that's who I think we should put on the front lines instead of these other people that are well spoken. They have master's degrees, they have bachelor's degrees, and they're looking at you like, what is wrong with you? I don't see anything wrong with you. You can't be getting tortured that bad. You know, that's what they're gonna see. The general public, you know, they're gonna be like, what's wrong? What's wrong with this guy? You know, everything seems okay to me. You know, you know, so you know that's one part of it. But anyway, are we stuck in the matrix? Are we programmed? Are we programmed? You know, we go to work, we come home, make supper, we watch TV, and we go to bed and wake up and do the same routine over and over and over again. Are we programmed? You know, that brings me to another point. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are persuaded or programmed, I don't know what you want to call it, that are, you know, getting on this bandwagon of people that talk nonsense and that are conspiracy theories and stuff like that. You know, I'm not saying everyone's a conspiracy theorist out there. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not calling targets a conspiracy theorist out there. I think we have people that infiltrated our community that they want to ride that train. You know, they want to make us look crazy. They want to discredit us. They want to talk about this virus, and they want to talk about 5G, and they want to talk about 9/11. I mean, they're still bringing up 9/11 after 20 some years. People are still bringing up 9/11. What is the purpose of that? What's the purpose of that? You know, what does that have to do with targeted individuals? You know, they're planting conspiracies in your brain, you know, and they're doing it on public forums, you know, to make us look crazy. You know, and some people are stuck in the matrix. They believe this stuff. You know, well, maybe this guy's telling them, you know, people sound very credible out there, you guys. And they talk nonsense. And they sound very credible out there. You know, that they're getting paid to do this stuff. You know, they're misinformation agents. They're, you know, it's just some people just don't want to see it. You know, they're in the matrix. They're controlled and they don't want to see it. You know, they're easily manipulated by conspiracy theories, or whether it's your own normal life, you know, where you have a routine. You wake up and do the same thing every day and all this stuff. You know, it's controlled and people just don't want to see it. You know, that's what my video is about tonight. Are you in the matrix? I don't know. You have to look at both sides. You know, and you have to weed out the bullshit. You know, there's a lot of bullshit out there. You know, and you got people, especially with this virus. Oh, they have fake patients, and the hospitals are empty, and all this stuff. And no, they're not empty. We're losing 1,000 people a day. It's up to what, 70,000 people now? You know, 70,000 people are like, why do we have to social distance ourselves? Why are we locked in our homes? They're taking away our rights and all. These people are controlled. You know, they're not taking away our rights. They're telling us to stay home. They're telling us to stay home for our safety. I'm not saying trust the government. They don't lie and all this stuff. I know that. I know the government lies to us. But this virus is spreading. It's here. It's real. It's spreading. I don't want to get it. So I'm staying away from people. If I'm going to the grocery store, I'm wearing a mask and gloves because I don't want to get this. The virus is real. People, it's spreading. And people want to make it sound like it's fake and it's fake. Fake hospitals or fake, blah 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 blah. People that talk nonsense like that. I'm not talking about targets. I'm talking about these false flag people. So targets, don't take this personal. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all these false flag people that are spreading misinformation about everything. There's, I seen a video on Facebook. This guy brought up indictments. He brought up indictments. They've been saying there's 50 million indictments. I don't know what the number is now, 50,000 or whatever. All these indictments, and Q said this and Q said that. Are people really still following Q? There hasn't been anything. Nothing's happened in the last 4 years, and you got this stupid Q spreading bullshit. If you believe that, you're in the Matrix. You're in the Matrix. Q is a fraud. And this guy on there was saying, these indictments are coming out, and it's for sex trafficking, it's for rape, and it's and he gave out all these case numbers and all this stuff, and you can go to Pacer.com, and you can't get into Pacer. I tried getting into Pacer.com a couple years ago. They wouldn't let me. I couldn't get in there. And not everyone can get in there. It's mostly for lawyers and stuff like that. So you have these conspiracy theories out there that are saying, they're going down, and there's 50 million indictments, and oh my God, the only one that's got indictment is Trump's team. Who got indicted? Everyone from Trump's team have got indicted, and they went to prison. It's like the deep state is more powerful than you think. And stuff. I don't know. Are we stuck in the Matrix? I think a lot of people are stuck in the Matrix. I think they believe everything they see. They believe everything they hear. They talk about all, they're in, you got these misinformation agents everywhere. They're everywhere. If you don't think they're everywhere, you're in the Matrix. You're being taken for, So anyway, I just thought I'd do a little video about that. If you guys want to know something about the Matrix, read Dr. Duncan's book, The Matrix Deciphered. He explains a lot of things, and he goes into this program and explains a lot of things. Read that book. It's free. It's free online. There was a nice guy that put an audio edition on YouTube. You don't even have to read it. You can listen to it through audio, when you're sleeping or when you're trying to get to sleep. It's it's a really good read, you guys. It'll put a lot of things, um, it's a good read. Um, it'll make sense of a lot of things that are going on. Um, I just, there's so much misinformation out there. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's all over the place. They call themselves truthers. What they're doing is they're coming up with their own opinions on the truth. We don't know. I'm not saying trust the mainstream media. I'm not saying that. I'm saying be cautious of these these conspiracy theorists and these mainstream media and all that stuff. Be cautious. I'm not saying believe either of them. But you have to come up with your own conclusion, and you have to do research yourself. And I'm telling you, both sides are full of bullshit. Both sides are full of bullshit. You got the alternative side, and then you got the mainstream news. They're all full of bullshit, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. But the thing is if you believe something and you Google it, there's gonna be 10,000 articles on that thing. I mean, there's if you Google, there's a person with 2 toes and they're full of bullshit. There's gonna be a million searches for that. You know what I mean? There'd be search results for that. I mean, it's just it's not good. I better shut up here. Anyway, so I want to talk about the Matrix a little bit. Are we stuck in the Matrix? I believe I'm awake. I don't believe the mainstream media. I don't believe the government. I sure in the hell don't believe these idiots that are saying this is all fake. Look at, they're using a dummy. This is all fake. The hospitals are empty. Nobody's dying. Bullshit. There's people dying in my town, elderly people that work their whole damn life that are dying from this virus. I know real targets that are getting hit and all this stuff. I mean, Q is full of shit. Q is a big psyop. And if people still believe what Q has to say, you're stuck in the Matrix. Q is full of shit. He ain't no big top guy in government and all this stuff. And Q said this today. Q said that today. Oh my God. Q knows it all. Bullshit. All these people are, there's 50,000 indictments. If you believe all that, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Anyway, you guys should read The Matrix Deciphered by Dr. Duncan. It's a good book. It's free online. Check it out and read it, and it'll put things more into tune with you. Instead of listening to all these crazy people out there, I don't know if they're doing it for views. I don't know if they're trying to get money out of people. I don't know what they're doing, but it's, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this off, you guys. I hope you're doing well, and taking it easy, and I'll talk to you later.